They're not there for you until they approach that line and their mind pollute conclusions of grandeur and fear assumes. No wonder we're broken and bruised, feeling consumed, despair and tarnished, fucked up being used. Lord, will we ever know? Oh no, I think it might be time for you to go.
Oh, well,
my God.
St. Nick isn't a skinny redheaded,
red-bearded guy.
Welcome to the Hawco and Carnell show. Tuesday nights where therapy meets stupidity. Sometimes it's therapy, sometimes it's stupidity. Most of the time it's somewhere in between. We have a great guest on tonight.
It's a good mix.
Yeah, I mean, we make it work.
Have you met this guy?
I have.
I met him outside. We were trashing the parking lot. It was great.
Nice. We're going to ask him all kinds of questions and put him in awkward spots.
We literally saw a unicycle go by us on the way in. Everything's out there.
It is.
Homeboy over here has a bike shop right next door.
That explains it.
And when you walk in the bike shop, it's like
there.
there's like 280 bikes, like relics from like 1910. So he's always
1910.
Yeah,
he does. He's got some old ass stuff in there, like phenomenal bikes. But anywho, this is one Michael Brooks.
This is Mr. Michael Brooks. Michael, please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Mr. Michael Brooks.
And who are you and what do you do?
So I work in the technology world. I think one of the reasons why I'm on the show, I hope to be on the show, is to talk a little bit about Weymouth is Everything, the Facebook page, talk a little bit about the town, but I want to selfishly pitch our winter little toy drive that we're doing. We call it the Weymouth is Everything Toys for Family in Needs, and it's actually taken on a life of its own where we actually have way too many toys. You would think the problem would be there's too many families.
Right.
We have too many toys, so what I want to do is anybody that's on the page, we need nominations.
You can attend an event that we've been invited to.
Of families or...
That's great. I'm in.
Yeah, it's December 8th. It's with Talkin' Seaweed and Rose Glen. So they're doing they do a Yikes event.
the toy drive.
Yeah, they promote kids. The only two things that they want this year for kids is winter coats and toys. And what they do is they invite people. They actually just open it to the public. They called me the other day. So we're all invited, obviously, because we're going to be part of that team. And they were like, anything that you can do. So, like, I have a couple veterans networks that I work with, too, that do this every time of the year. So I have calls out to them, and they're like, that's all we want. So if you need places to put stuff, they're going to film it. We're going to promote it, everything. And they can also promote that on the Weymouth, Everything Weymouth page. That's the two things we're looking for, toys and coats.
If it's in Somerville, I'm busy that night.
It's in Stoughton.
Stoughton I'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the afternoon.
Doable.
If you're from the South Shore and live in the South Shore, get into Somerville at this time is the worst experience ever. You can't see after 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's pitch dark. And then you got to like over the river and through the woods. They don't even get you off at the right exit. You have to get off on Starrow Drive and then drive like another 13 miles through Cambridge, and I don't even know where we are. Where is Somerville? Is this one of the crime cities?
I gotta give
it's one of those, yeah.
One of those crime cities?
It's one of them.
I'll give you a different just go up 93. You can.
I mean, it's not quite, there was a bank robbed in Boston, closed all the bridges to Charlestown kind of thing, but it's close. It's close.
Yeah.
There is a market basket literally right there for all my Weymouth friends.
It's the melting pot.
The melting pot.
You walked in there, right? Every time I go in there, I'm like, every nationality in the world is right here at this market basket. It's kind of awesome. I mean, I like it. I just don't like waiting in line. It's like,
I overheat in lines.
Yeah, well, yeah, mentally. Like, I've had enough of this. We're going to get into stuff that he has going on. Usually what we always do on this show. What's up, brother? How was your week?
Backbreaking.
Yeah?
Yes.
Sore?
I forgot lumber was so fucking heavy.
Especially when it rains.
Oh.
And then you're miserable. It's like winter.
Sopping wet.
Like
Your
you-
waterproof boots are soaked.
Not waterproof. And like he just
Holding water.
It gets dark early this time of night, so everyone's like, I don't want to be here right now at 4. Oh, it's only 4 and I'm still at work lifting this heavy ass wood. Thank you. No thanks. I hope you had a good week. I had a good week.
Did
No.
you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm wearing glasses because my eyes look like
I think you should just take them off.
it's like I took a 10 strip.
Oh my God.
They are wicked.
Yeah.
They are dilated.
Pinballed.
Super blurry.
Yeah.
How far away can you see?
Honestly, it's just 12 inches. Like I can't see everything in his face right now, but I can see yours. It's just yeah. So they gave me prescription glasses, age of 40. Yay! Got glasses today.
That's okay.
I'm cool with it.
BCGs, baby.
I get to wear these all the time. People get to look at me like I'm a freak.
You are.
You know, just cutting down the light.
So how long you been doing the toy drive?
This is the 3rd year,
Yeah?
3rd or 4th.
Progressively
The first,
more and more.
The first one was tiny.
Yeah.
You know, we had toys and gave them to a couple families, and the second one was when it really took on a life of its own. We got a bunch of toys, and it, like, it's not hard to do a toy drive. You essentially become the middleman.
Right.
Toys, you, and the person.
And
that
then
needs
where
the
it
toys.
goes. Yeah.
So you get all credit that you don't deserve. You just essentially become a facilitator. But the stories that have come out of it, like I was telling, we have a bunch of volunteers this year, and I was walking them through the story where I met this couple in a parking lot. You know where Frank's Pizza used to be, with the McDonald's on 18th?
Absolutely.
Yep.
So I didn't know what to expect, because you know, these people could be just scamming you and wanted to sell the toys on eBay or whatever.
Right.
And so this beat up Chevy,
Which
comes,
happens, unfortunately.
it really does.
Yeah.
So they come pulling up in this beat up Chevy, it like had duct tape keeping it together, and obviously, you could tell that they were in need.
Yeah.
They get out and they have tears in their eyes, literally tears in their eyes, and they're like, Mike, and no idea it's all about being anonymous, and they're like, Mike, if you didn't give us these toys, we wouldn't be able to buy our kid any toys. We have to choose between fixing our car or buying our kids toys, and if we don't fix our car, we can't get to work. It's like this circle of life, you know.
And they would have no Christmas, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, so it was great. It was just great to be a part of it. And then the next year we got some great people on the sites will just come and pick up the toys, and nobody asks questions. It's all anonymous.
Now, do you start picking up at a certain time of year, or do you collect year round?
We do one pickup.
Okay.
But a lot of the volunteers, Vinny and Kim and Christine, everybody's there getting toys and getting people now. It's like
Right.
taking on this life of its own. But we'll do one stop. We're gonna go with a couple trucks this year, get all the toys, drop them off at Blend, and then just let everybody know, just go and get them.
Okay.
And then one other thing too, which is another pitch, is Computer VIP in Weymouth gave us a laptop.
Billy?
Oh yeah, he's the best.
I know Billy.
So they gave us a laptop, and what we're doing is essentially taking nominations. Give us a few families that you think deserve it. Only can pick one.
Okay.
But Billy said, he's like, if you need another one, let me know. But
That's
if you
awesome.
know a needy family for kids' school or themselves, take that off the plate so then they can buy more gifts for their kids.
Is there anywhere people can reach out to maybe nominate a family, or I don't know how that...
Go right on the page, and
Okay.
and we keep posting it. You can Vinny Tonello, myself.
Oh yeah, Vinny's always... Yep.
And just shoot us an inbox. We're really easy to get in touch with.
Right.
And then we're trying to do meals too. Old Country, where the old Buganeer used to be, Old Country Pizzeria.
Oh yeah.
No.
They
I don't remember.
they always donate a meal. And
Oh, nice.
now we're trying to get more people to donate meals, because Christine brought up a good point. Everybody gets toys, but for their kids, are like, people still need to eat. That's a big expense.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize, it's a whole nother big dinner you're going to have.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
Last year they offered up the meal. I couldn't find anybody to take it. But I honestly think it's because people are embarrassed.
Ashamed,
Yeah,
almost.
ashamed.
Yeah. That was my next question. Do you have a lot of people that probably need it and don't reach out, or do people reach out for them?
I think they absolutely don't reach out because they don't want anybody to know that they're in need.
They're hard up, right?
And the irony is sometimes maybe they're in need this year. Maybe someone just lost a job, and next year they're going to be perfectly fine. But even if it's just a temporary thing that they're in need, then we're all for helping anybody that we can. And again, this isn't about credit. We're just middlemen, facilitators.
I had a conversation today with Benjamin's, our friend from the Token Dead, his brother that he put me in touch with, who's he's an addiction specialist. You know, I have a kid on my caseload that's like, I've had him in programs and he's effed up, and had him in programs and effed up and had him in programs, and it's the same thing with him. He told me the same thing. He's like, you know, I'm embarrassed to come here. I'm like, dude, you have a team of people here to help. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with saying I need assistance, you know. And I found with my job doing what I do, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, is I get so much out of this just from helping. I don't need anything. I don't need a high five on Facebook. I just get to go home and go, that's what's up. Got to see a kid smile today.
Yeah, putting a smile on someone's face, knowing that you just made their whole body, you know.
And they were struggling the whole time, like, and just one little thing like that, act of kindness, can go such a long way. So
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, if you have an overflow toy, we already have an event coming up, and like I said, it'll be filmed, and if you want to participate, I have multiple calls with other organizations and stuff like that. You get an overflow of stuff, coats and toys.
And it's in Stoughton. There's only one other thing to do in Stoughton.
Lay it on me.
Town Spa. What did you think I was going to say?
Is it the same owner as Town Spa in Brookline?
I don't know.
Because that guy, I think he also owns the Real Deal deli in West Roxbury. I could be wrong.
So I just went to Caesars while I waited.
You said you were going for a sandwich. I was like, don't go to Caesars.
Well, that's where he went,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy cared so much about the sub that he made me. He was like all excited to watch me eat. A little creepy.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He was like...
Did he do the Parmesan and mozzarella?
No, he wanted me to do the provolone and mozzarella.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Did you do it?
I didn't, because his first time and getting to know the place.
It's so worth it.
I did the American cheese, and
That's where we go eat before or
That was
after
great.
sometimes. Yeah, he's usually closed after. Sometimes he's closed before, but I think he's got another business he runs.
It's good guys.
I thought he was a doppelganger. Remember, I'm like, I know you're a twin. Do you have a twin? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, cool.
He's
whatever."
like, I have no clue what you're talking about. Stop talking to me, sir.
Yeah.
He did too. He totally shunned you after you asked. Like the conversation wasn't done. Sean asked, and the guy was like,
I'm like, you have a twin somewhere that I know.
got on his unicycle.
Yeah.
yeah. He's like, I got to get to Market Basket.
That I
Shut
just
up.
recently met. So you do some other things, right? So I was reading some of your bio stuff. I'm very interested in people that have multiple projects going on, like myself. NFL food critic. What's up with that?
Well,
What did you do?
I'm a self-proclaimed food critic. I essentially just like to eat. And I decided, because I had the audience on the site, that anytime I'd eat, I'd do what we called undercover reviews.
Okay.
So I'd essentially go to a place and then rate their chicken parm or steak and cheese, or pizza's overplayed, but I'd do the slice of pizza. And I'd be as honest as I could about it. You know, you don't want to knock anything, because the second you knock somebody on Facebook, then they stop beating the crap out of you on it. So
Yeah.
you got to, the fine line.
They
But
try.
I'm telling you, that little area in the South Shore, the Weymouth area, that's a food mecca. There's so much good food down there.
Yep.
Throughout Weymouth.
Throughout Weymouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we both grew up in
You could
Weymouth.
start your day at friggin' Uncle Onions in South Weymouth and work your way north. Sorry, Uncle Charlie's.
I was gonna say Uncle Onions.
It's just what we called it.
It's a good breakfast place.
It's
great
a
breakfast
sneaky
place.
good breakfast
Oh, my
place.
God.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's one of the, there's 3 of the same waitresses in there from when I was going in there as a teenager.
Yep.
And
I used
it's
to know the
still-
old cook, and I wouldn't have to even order. He'd be like, Sean, here you go, eggs Benedict, got it. And I'm like, thank you.
The cash only thing is the only problem with that place. So they have an ATM right out there. But if you don't bring cash, and whoever you're with doesn't bring cash, then you got to kind of do the walk of shame out to the ATM, get the cash, and
Come
go
back in.
But
So
yeah.
1994.
I don't know if you guys have been to this place, Yaz's Table, but so Yaz's Table has this short rib that is just bananas. It's banana sandwiches. So I went to Uncle Charlie's not too long after that, and I looked at they had short
They
rib.
had short rib?
You don't realize that Uncle Charlie's has all these extra things on the menu. Because
That's not breakfast.
that's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
great, unbelievable food.
Yeah. No. I've stopped there many, many times recently.
We
Just-
were talking about the Venetian outside.
Mhm.
Someone referenced Denley's to me the other day. I was like, they got a Big Mac pizza.
Denley's does.
Yeah.
I don't know how
You ever
I feel
tried it?
about that. I'm still on this whole. All right, so I haven't eaten any kind of fast food burger in a long time.
I know.
But since Burger King has come out with that Impossible Big or whatever the fuck it
The
is,
vegan burger?
so they're pretty much saying to you, all of you, that they've been able to put whatever the fuck they want together and have it taste like meat, and you would have no idea. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It makes me want to vomit. they literally like getting the picture too. They make the picture look like this like high definition.
It's
like,
crazy.
They might as well have cut it off the cow's rear end. You know what I mean? I know Kevin and I right now are like, shut up, go vegan. Which I've actually been interested in, but I mean, I still love a good. There's just something
it's for
American about
some
a good
people.
steak.
There's something hunter-gatherer about a good steak.
Who said recently on our page, I think it was Greg, he's like, I just gotta know, I gotta kill something that had a family. That's what I gotta do. I'm like, dude, really?
It's good stuff.
NFL, what'd you do with the NFL stuff?
So I mean, we've been doing NFL. Like me and my brothers are really into it, and fantasy football for since Yahoo was created.
Me too.
And ironically, my team is I have 4 teams, and I get like the 9th pick, 10th pick this year, and oh my god, it's terrible. I like Antonio Brown. Half my team isn't even in the league anymore.
I got Mahomes, and I had a guy this year, so I'm gonna keep a league, so I get to keep it for the next 2 years. So every 3 years it resets, and he's like, "Oh, he hurt his knee. You want to trade him?" I'm like, do you really think I'm stupid, dude? This guy's going to be at the top of his game for the next couple of years. No, I'm not trading him to you. And now I have to win this game this week. It's me and the other person right below me in my division, but he has more points. So I have to get this win, and it looks like I'm supposed to get the win by 8 points, but it could go either way.
Yeah, so I essentially get eliminated from the playoffs, and ironically, the league that's not for money, it's for bragging rights, is the most important league to me. And my younger brother beat me, killed me, and I could have, because he probably would
Never hear the end of
He
that.
probably would have did this for me. I could have called him and said, "Hey, lay down. Don't stop this person." And he probably would have did it, but it just can't out of pride. You can't win that way.
Right.
And now I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I don't even think I'm going to be able to make the playoffs. It's painful. But we Billy and I were talking about FanDuel and DraftKings. That's where you can be terrible at fantasy football and fantasy basketball, but be really good at FanDuel and DraftKings.
I've won a couple $1,000s at one time, a couple different times at a whack. I had Julio Jones, what was it, 2 years ago, when he had like Matt Ryan and him had like 500 something yards. He had like 3 touchdowns. Whoosh, I was 19th to the million.
Yeah,
I was like,
you smell it.
it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And of course, what happens is like 1 yard and a dropped pass, and it's like, oh, now you're 385th. I'm like,
Yes.
Just like that.
one time I want to win something.
Well, do you remember when it first came out, the guy that picked Jonas Gray? Jonas Gray had 4 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns or whatever, and he won $1 million.
Yep.
Last night, the game, who the couple people that were winning the big money, and then the Rams get the ball back. No need to do anything. They're losing by 35 points, and they throw to Robert Woods a couple times. So you had all these people in first place, like 6 people in first place, all the people in third place, just from one pass at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars.
I mean, that kid's good. I'm sorry. 5 touchdowns. He runs like he's just good. He's just good.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't
sorry.
Can't argue that.
And the Pats were supposed to draft him. Josh.
5 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah.
He
Like
passed. Or
400.
he ran.
He ran for 95 yards and then had 425.
We
Like
talking Al Bundy here? What are we?
We're talking Polk High. Yeah. That's what we're talking, dude. And he's not a shoe salesman. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's good.
Yet.
I was in Baltimore last season, and all the Ravens were there. Me and my wife were down there for a Christmas party, and somebody goes, "That's Lamar Jackson. He was in a gray hood." I go, and I'm a freak with selfies. I pretend I don't get excited about celebrities, but you point one out, I ran up. I'm like, "Yeah, Lamar, quick!" It was crazy.
So you got one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I posted it a million as my
Very
profile
nice.
picture for a while.
What do you think about all this Gronk stuff?
We'd be doing the same thing.
He's promoting his brand.
He's monetizing himself.
Yeah.
I don't like him pulling, pretending that he's going to be coming back and all that stuff. But other than that, I mean, let him do what he's going to do.
He's jerking the fans around with that shit.
Well, no,
He
he's
did
gonna,
once. He did once.
He's going to get a lot of people to pay for that party in Florida. He just is.
I think it's already sold out.
I mean, that would make sense.
What is it?
So his whole announcement was he was teasing coming back, and even though he said no, God knows how many times, and it's just a party. So the reason why he pissed people off is because he had Gronk sitting on the couch, and then he had party Gronk, and then he had football Gronk, and football Gronk's like, gotta get the rings. Party Gronk's like, gotta party. Gronk on the couch was like, man, what do I do? Like, he just strung people along and sold out a party at the Super Bowl because it's in Florida. So now he's the premier party for the Super Bowl. Not that dumb. Kind of smart. So people are pissed because they're like, we want you to play. And he's like, nope.
I was listening to WEI the other day, and they brought up a good point. Is everybody pretend they hate Gronk, but one, if he walked in this room,
I'd be
like, it's Gronk.
Yeah.
Two, if he could do it 3 or 4 more times and screw it with everybody and sell more CBD or whatever, and then the 5th time he could come back and everybody would forget.
Entirely.
Trust me, they would forget entirely about all the stringing along.
Probably would. His outfit on camera was fucking horrible, though. The turtleneck? Didn't somebody say he lost a bet? Like, I think he lost a bet. He looked pretty bad.
And had to wear it, that kind of thing?
Yeah, and he had, like, whoever his designer is, like, he had, like, straight hair. It did not look, it looked like a plastic mannequin version of Gronk that just was horrible. He wore a turtleneck on Live on Air, dude. When was the last time you saw someone wear those?
I can't talk. I've been wearing the same Patagonia for
Did you put this on a
20
turtleneck?
years.
Maybe he's got a hickey.
Yeah, that's what they said. Whatever.
You don't know.
Before you go on air,
Gronk.
if you sign a contract, whatever.
They're like, what the fuck's that on your neck?
Yeah.
Get him the turtleneck.
It must be from the CBD.
Put him in the bathroom.
The spare turtleneck they carry around with them.
Yeah.
It's just in the bag in the
put it-
back of the room.
When was the last time you saw someone on air wear a turtleneck? Brian? Take a guess. Come on.
Oh God! I mean, it's been forever ago.
Where do they sell those? Marshalls and their closeout
wait,
furniture
you
warehouse?
meant Tory
Does Mr.
spelling?
Rogers? Oh yeah, I got to tell you about that. Mr. Rogers wears a turtleneck, right?
Yeah, but that was back then.
No, the movie just came out.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it's
he's
ref-
trying to.
So Tom
I don't
Hanks?
think he did.
No.
I don't think he did.
I feel like I'm protecting Gronk.
I heard that was a good movie.
Lawyering up for
Yeah.
Gronk, are you?
Leave him alone. I could selfie with him one day.
Yeah,
Could
don't
be
pick on him.
Could be victim of my attack selfie.
What did you say? Rob was almost interrupted.
Oh
you.
yeah, so nobody knew about it surprisingly, but so 90210 the reboot thingy came out, and then hold on. Tori Spelling and Jenny Goth decide to try to make as much money as they can while they're relevant again.
Plastic surgery is going to be on that show.
And well, Tori definitely, but Jenny Goth is an American treasure, man. She looked as good as she probably did 15 years ago.
It's funny, like you say her name and the image just goes.
Ooh, yeah, blonde hair.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
of course. Yeah.
So me and my wife go to the show. My wife and I go to the show 2 nights ago, and it was in Medford. Here I am complaining about getting to Somerville, but you put Jenny Goth anywhere, I'll be in the middle of Roxbury. so the show was pretty cool. It was interactive. They brought people up in the audience. You could drink. It was at that Chevrolet Theater or whatever.
Yep. Been there.
And afterwards, it's the line to if you get the VIP package, you can go get your picture taken with them. And everybody seemed to have the VIP package, like 200 people. I think we're the only couple. There was like 4 guys there, and the line started to form. And my wife's like me; she's a scavenger. Like, where's the line going to start? So instead of going this way, we're hopping over people to get to the front of the door. So we were like maybe 10th in line, which is great. And the security, you couldn't take videos, and they didn't want you doing selfies or anything. So when we went up to get the stage picture, like looking at this, to smile, whatever, on the way out, I go, "Can we do a quick selfie?" And they're like, No. But Jenny and Tori didn't care. Like, I know them. Jenny and Tori didn't care. So
J&T.
yeah, Jay, Jay, Gothy.
My guy.
My guy. So I whipped it out, and I freaking new iPhone 11. Like I was a pro with my iPhone 7. I had it for 3 years. This thing, like facial recognition. I'm like, so finally pull it up to get the selfie, and now like security, everybody's like howling, and my wife, because of course I forgot about her. I'm just trying to get a selfie with me and Jenny, and not on purpose, but I'm like me and Jenny, and then all of a sudden my wife comes and pushes like to the side of Jenny, and now I'm out. Like, so the selfie, I get it.
So they didn't want awkward selfies. They didn't want selfies to begin
That
with.
was the most
and you
awkward
made one
selfie I've ever
so
taken.
awkward.
I have a David Letterman story that's a little more awkward than that, but this one was. But the picture came out wicked blurry.
Yeah.
My iPhone 7, I wouldn't have been able to correct it. This thing has like the motion thing that you can pause and go back. So I went back to a decent one of my wife and Jenny Goth. Oh my God, she looks so beautiful. Jenny does too. Get it?
Good catch.
Good.
Yeah.
That was
Gonna
good.
say, dude,
So
good catch.
so the pitch has got like a little version of me. And
You're on the
like,
couch for a week, dude.
I've learned there's one. I can look good if you do like the above, like every girl that does their LinkedIn picture like is like this. So that's the only way I look good too. If you get like a weird angle of me, I get like the double chin and the bags under the eyes, and so that's the version of me. It's like a half cut off me, like a gremlin.
Super,
And then my
super
wife,
self-assessment.
my wife and Jenny looked like they were like sisters in 90210 in 1995. But anyway, it was good. It was worth it. I wouldn't even care if they kicked me out after that, which
was
they
it?
pretty much wanted.
Deion Sanders wears turtlenecks.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, good point.
Phil.
Who dated her on that show? Was it Luke?
Luke.
I think they all did.
I think
they
they all
swapped.
definitely did, but yeah.
Oh, they went through like the show was great. They go back to when she had remember she had the coke problem, and she was dating that guy Colin, and so they showed that scene, and they were laughing because the episode before she like never did coke. So they're like, oh, and I developed my drug problem overnight.
I think they were living on the first floor, if I remember correctly. Right?
I don't remember.
They all lived in like this little whatever.
I think that was
the
Melrose
next
Place.
step. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was Melrose Place, right? Yep.
Yeah.
I fucked that
They
up.
all lived in like the little condo nook.
Yeah, they couldn't get away from their own BS. You know, I'll date you.
drama.
3 months later, I'll date you. 3 months later, I'll date you.
How about there's a goddamn show called like X Island or something?
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I don't want to.
I don't even know about this.
I don't want to. There was nothing on, so I click over to ridiculousness because I can always catch some laughs on that, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I try my hardest to not pay attention to goddamn commercials on MTV because it's just, I feel my brain gets stupid. And commercial popped up for that. And I'm like, these people, and every one of them,
It's a waste of time.
every one of them is an actor.
Yeah.
There's no way they're actually exes.
Well, we've discussed
They're
this.
all too goddamn pretty.
We've done this ad nauseum. MTV used to be cool when they showed music videos, not all this crap.
Yeah, no, it's still the show I'm talking about.
I like Ridiculousness. Though.
The show sucks.
You don't like that show?
I've already expressed my love
All right.
for
well,
ridiculousness.
I mean, like we've discussed before, we can agree to disagree, dude.
So you like X Island?
No, I like Ridiculousness.
Okay, I've already expressed my love to
Okay.
ridiculousness.
No, I every once in a while. Shut up. Every once in a while,
Somebody's
I'll get
telling himself to
I'll
shut
get
up there.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll get
see it.
sucked into something stupid and go, why am I watching this? But I invested a little bit of time.
Oh, Floribama Shore, like that's a thing too. What is the matter with people? Why is that something people want to watch? I don't get that.
Because trucks and mud and dirt, brah.
No, it's not even that.
What is it?
It's the same stupid. It's fucking Real World with a new name.
So you're watching these shows, and I'm just like seeing the ad. So you're watching them more than I am.
What do you, I'm literally talking about commercials, you crackhead.
Yeah, I don't even watch those. I'm like, oh, good. That's done.
That's how you control your TV? You swipe it to the right,
The
you
remote.
fucking weirdo.
I just mimicked my phone. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
He's
even
got a
have,
badass TV, I
don't
guess.
I don't even have Tinder, and I did swipe right. Nothing on my phone is swipe right. I don't know why I did that. Letterman, what did you do?
Oh, I was hoping you guys wouldn't come back to that. So,
Oh, of course.
so I'm like, why am I going to spend time making fun of myself? Like
Because that's what we do.
It's all right.
So we're in Wiz Jaws. That was Martha's Vineyard, right?
Yes.
So we're in the vineyard. We're staying with an awesome couple friend of ours, and we went out for coffee or breakfast or whatever. It was early in the morning. Kids were still back at the place, and we turned the corner, and Joe looks and goes, "That's David Letterman." Like spotted him right away. Apparently lives in Martha's Vineyard. And again, me like cool. I've been around a million celebrities. Cool, calm, collective. David Letterman. I go, where? And then Amy starts pointing to me like, there, it's right there. He's on his morning jog. Completely normal. I get out of the car and run after him with my phone. I don't know.
Type of shit that gets you shot by a security guard.
My brain was moving faster than my body, or vice versa, and so now I'm like kind of doing like this fast jog, and I see him in the distance, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden he like turned a corner, and then I'm like literally like walking through poison ivy looking for the guy. So I get back to the car, and then Amy's like, no, he's over there, and Joe goes, wait, what are you gonna do when you catch up to him? He's like,
Hey, I just chased you.
hey, I just chased you. Well, no, I had this whole plan in my head where I was going to pretend I was looking for my dog. And I'm like, I don't even know where this thing. Like, what if he wanted to help me? What if
You're
he's like,
searching for your dog?
Fake searching for my dog, and now David Letterman's helping me fake search for my dog. This didn't happen. Like, I never found him, but like the scene would have been so funny if it really happened. And then he's like, hold on, I know people. Let me call animal control, and I'm like stuck in this 4-hour like.
Search the entire vineyard
That's
for
a
a
type
dog
of-
that doesn't
What
exist.
type of dog?
with
What was your
David
dog's
Letterman.
name?
That's the type of story that ends up on like the Enquirer.
Dog abducted by aliens
Never
in Martha's Vineyard.
with David
We
Letterman.
never found him. Dave Letterman starts a charity for me, a GoFundMe, and million.
They start sending you puppies and shit.
help him get a new poodle Doberman.
Older
God.
David with the beard, the gray
A
one.
poodle, man.
Was it young? How long ago was this?
It was over the summer.
Oh, so it's retired, Dave.
Yeah, I guess he's I mean, I don't know. He apparently ran from me, but I guess he doesn't even like dealing with people, which I wouldn't either, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta imagine too when you have that many people across the world watching you, like that loses its luster at some point.
Well,
you know?
well, at what point do you not stay humble?
Right? You gotta work on that too. That's a dual-edged sword. You're right. You know
Well,
what I
he
mean?
he had to spend his whole career being humble.
Yeah.
So now he's at the point where I'm
He's like,
gonna-
screw
now
it.
he can't. Now he's not gonna get fired from some fucking. What do you call him? Fucking like NBC or whatever for telling someone to screw.
and I hate to say it, this guy's like me out there. You see him on his morning jog,
done
and
enough.
I don't know what happened. I wish I didn't have to tell that story. Now everybody knows it.
I think the last celebrity I saw was I actually sent him a video last year. I was in it's not really a celebrity anymore. Oil can board.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I sent him a
Beautiful video. I can pull it up.
video. Still have it. Yeah, he's just.
Marco Polo's great like that.
Yeah, I was like, oil can, say hi, and he's just trash.
Oh, he's wrecked. Wrecked.
I'm smoking a butt outside, and he's like, I'm like,
He does
oil
one of
can board.
those like I'm gonna fucking headlock your arms around you.
He was, yeah. I'm like, dude. What the
Like I was ready for him to do a noogie on you. Like he was gonna kill you.
I would have lost my stuff. And then Keith
Keith who?
from the Red Sox. I'll leave his last name
Folk?
out.
Okay.
He was cool as stuff, his shit. And I might have a video or two I can show you later about some stuff.
I don't know what he did with Keith from the Red Sox, but I hope Shannon was okay with it.
baseball and stories.
Is your wife named Shannon too?
Yeah.
Nice.
My wife was named after.
Your wife name is
Shannon
Shanna?
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh,
Nobody.
wow.
I have not.
Wow.
You
met-
should get one. Get a Shannon.
Well, now let me ask you a question. Because my wife told me this. She was named. Her mother used to read like early love novels, so it was like an early PG. Man woman story.
And that's where Shannon came from?
Yep. I'm like, okay.
It had to be the same thing with my Shannon.
Yeah.
Had to.
Have you ever asked?
No.
Because I've never met another person.
They're not even, I don't think they're Irish either. Very Italian family.
They're Irish. Yeah. What do you got?
I was just made aware by Mr. Dumas that the Pawtucket Red Sox changed their name.
Woo Sox. Yeah.
Well, that was like 9 months ago.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I fucking hate
They just did the
those.
official revealing this week, but 9 months ago. That was like 10 months ago. Yeah.
Really?
They were moving.
So where are they now?
Worcester. Woo.
Oh,
They already
Yeah.
started building the stadium.
Worm Sox.
20. Is it
No, they're
20,
gonna call them the Woo
2021?
Sox.
Woo
20
Sox.
It was 2021.
Yeah.
I think they said. Yeah. Yeah. So now
It's like diagonal from the casino.
Do they still have
right?
the record for the
no,
longest?
no casino there. That's
The
Springfield.
longest game. Do they still hold the record?
29 innings. I think it was.
31.
Was it 31?
31.
Brian,
yeah.
was it 29 or 31? You might remember this. Nope. You give me that shifty look like you don't remember.
30? I'm pretty sure
I
it
thought
was
it was-
31.
I don't. I think
Someone
it's
look
in
it
the
up.
30s. That's yeah.
Yeah, I think it is 31.
know
I can
why.
remember the cup.
a
Like
long
the yeah.
It was either that or like I remember it was like something about 29. It was like it was tied that inning. It was supposed to end, and then I don't know. That's my guess. 29. What else are you doing, Weymouth?
29.
33 innings.
Where do you live?
33.
I'm in East
33.
Bridgewater.
33.
I don't even live in Weymouth. Little hidden secret.
That's what my brother-in-law is George Raymond.
Oh, nice.
So
I love him.
Yeah, me too. He's my brother-in-law.
That's great.
He was like, he lives in Westboro. I'm like, my mom does.
East Bridgewater.
Sorry.
So the Bridgewaters are very particular about themselves.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not as bad as North Weymouth, South Weymouth.
I was
but-
just about to say, is it like a North Weymouth, South Weymouth thing?
But Weymouth's its own town. They're all different
It's a city.
towns.
Should be a
Right.
city.
What, Weymouth?
Yeah,
It is a
Weymouth
city.
is a city.
Okay, so yeah, so it was a town for a long time.
It was a town when we were in high school.
Yeah, and now, okay, good, because it's huge.
I think we were like 20 when it turned city.
And I have literally walked from factory paint to Bubba's house in snow for no reason. I walked that whole town. It took me like 4 hours.
Did it feel like a city to you? I'm lost.
I
felt
grew,
like
I grew
a-
up in North Weymouth, and anybody in high school, nobody wanted to drive you home. So you either get dropped off at Legion Field.
We liked
I'm not
North
sure-
Weymouth,
or the-
though.
Or
or
you
the-
just walked. And like,
Or you got dumped at the corner where the store was there, like where the bus stop was.
where, like the Dunkin' Donuts?
Right. What is it, a Tedeschi's or something? And then up the street here is the
Oh, where
funeral home.
Yeah, Murley's gas
Yeah.
station or C Street.
C
I know-
Street,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where Pizza Plus is.
Yes.
Another good one.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
C Street.
Oh, yes. But yeah, we would always dump like frickin' Roddy and everybody at that. Like, okay, you guys can walk from here.
Still another 3.5 miles that way. Oh, it was painful.
I mean, my
Well,
grandmother
like
lived
Mikey
in North Weymouth.
Stanzel lived in Weymouthport at one point, and like, yeah, you get dumped down here. Enjoy that.
I
troop.
still don't know how some of us at the age of 16 got together when none of us had a car and our parents didn't want to drive us anywhere, but we came from like 8-9 miles from different lengths. Like,
Rode bikes, man.
I didn't have one, man. It was all headphones and walking. I used to like get out of my own space.
I still do that.
Remember the payphones? You go to the Dunkin' Donuts
yeah.
and you do the collect call, but you wouldn't, because your parents would flip out. So you go, who's calling? It's like, pick me up at Dunkin' Donuts. Pick me up at
Yeah.
Mr. Donuts.
You wait for it to get denied, then click. Okay.
You didn't do the.
Bob had a baby. It's a boy.
You didn't do the. Bobby had a baby. Eats a boy. Yeah. You didn't do the string. I got hip to the string.
Really?
Foom, chink. Foom, chink. Thank you.
I didn't know that worked.
I didn't think it did either until I tried it. I think Gary taught me that.
I was a sucker for it was like automatic that I always
Reached
would
in?
walk by, to see if there was a quarter in there. You know what did it is a Harbor Mall, the fountain in the middle.
Used to work there.
Oh my God, that's probably why my sleeves are rolled up to this day. Is like I would dig in and try to get the quarters, and then go to Stewart's. And my first like foray into the claw machine was in Stewart's.
Okay.
So you'd go and you'd steal the quarters or borrow the quarters. You'd get slimy hand, and then you'd go and just sit and try to get whatever.
That's
I
effort.
forgot about that.
That's
There's a lot of effort.
dedication.
Yeah. Family of 9, very blue collar. We did what we had to.
One of my favorite jobs was at
Family
Harbor Light
of
Mall,
9.
Papagino's, and some of the coolest people at the right time worked at Papagino's. Right, my boy Pat, Dayro, what's up? But we used to just before the mall closed, like all the managers at Papagino's too. It was like, okay, Christmas party. Like we'd have a Christmas party, and before we'd all go on shift, it was like we're all getting lit. And then we would do like a straw. Who's got the straw to see who works the register? Every freaking time. I had to talk to people. And I was like, they're like, I want a number 2. And I'm like, I'm lit right. I can't, no, just don't. I had a lot of fun times at Harbor Light Mall.
The thing about Papagino's, this was an interesting thing on the site because nobody believes it. Their steak and cheese is so good.
It is.
At a Papagino's?
At a Papagino's,
Yeah.
you would
See,
never
it wouldn't
It's 'cause the
occur to
bread.
me to
the
order.
roll
The
is
bread
like
is-
made out of
yeah,
clouds.
gold.
Yeah.
It
gold
wouldn't occur to
clouds.
me to order a steak and cheese at a Papa's.
It's amazing.
Pepper and onion, bro. Steak and cheese from Papagino's, I get all the time. It's like better than most of the shops
Try it,
in my
man.
town.
One of
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Go to the dark side, dude.
Well, I'm gonna have to
I saw a
give it a
picture of
go.
your sub. Dude, 9 a.m. You're eating a sub this long?
So
That you have to
it's-
cut into 4s?
It's a picture. It doesn't mean I actually ate a fucking sub at 9 a.m.
Look
Well,
at
I mean,
this
why
thing
would you
from
post it?
Caesars. Keep talking. I'm going to show you.
Why
this.
would you post it then?
Because it was funny. Did
'Cause you
you
just-
not see the cut?
Yeah. It was in the half and then another half.
Yeah,
They
like-
definitely effed the cut up.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, monsters exist.
That's a sub from Caesars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, guy. Yeah. I mean, it has to come with a side of toilet paper.
Did you post that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Nobody's going to care about Caesars up here.
They should, because it's well worth it.
We have menus.
Nobody's going to drive up here for a sub.
That's a valid point.
You did.
All right, so when you,
You
come
did.
on as a guest,
That's fair.
you can go to Caesars and have a sub first.
Wait, can I interview you guys for a second?
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Absolutely.
Walk the people, the 6 people that are probably watching this on Weymouth is Everything. Walk them through like what the show's about, why they should tune in, what you guys are trying to
You want me to
accomplish.
start? I'll let you go.
Go for it, brother.
Show was originally started. I had a bunch of issues, disabled veteran, and I went through a lot of stuff. And my best friend killed himself That's why I have a hand tattoo. No, I never thought. This is like the 5th time I've said that in 2 weeks. I never thought I would have a hand tattoo. Never thought I'd have tattoos at all. And this is 5 years ago. He killed himself, and I was like, I was having a real problem with doctors in the VA. I was like, man, I came unwound. My wife was like, whatever that did to you, that just put you into something else. And I was just angry and aggravated, and I couldn't get my mind right. And I really wanted to find, I hate to use this term, a space where I could just like kind of calm down, vet my shit, where I didn't have to deal with some doctor. I went to the VA first round of appointments. I was like crying in his office. I was like, I don't want to take pills. I want to take meds. I just need to talk. Like, something's wrong. I just need to get stuff off my chest. And that doctor slid a card that I still keep above where I keep my wallet and my keys every day that I grab my work ID. And it has 6 different medications on it: fluoxetine, Paxil, Prozac, 3 other ones you don't even want to name. And if you actually read like everything, all the bad stuff that they can do, it starts with, your eye could itch, incompetence,
Gas
death.
with anal leakage.
Yeah, death. And I was like, I don't want this. So reached out to my man Brian here. I had a couple meetings a couple years ago. At the time, had a different co-host. He can't do it anymore. Rob knows the co-host as well. We've all been friends for like 25 years, like real tight. And I was just like, I just want to get on there so I can kind of have my own space to just vent, talk, be positive, so I can get out of my own funk. And through that, we've gone through a couple changes. And then Rob and I have been at it over a year now.
Yep.
Over a year,
Yep.
and we've gone through a lot of similar experiences. Life trauma. I was homeless. I was a homeless veteran for 9 months. I've witnessed my best friend's suicide. I've had serious, military trauma, family trauma, stuff like that. And I really want to just get to the point where, like, I'm good. I want my kids to have a dad. I want to be around. I want to be positive. I want to try to really do something where I'm not just changing my own stuff, but maybe down the road I could help somebody else. And that turned into a career change where now I get people out of detox. I get them out of mental facilities, stuff like that. Helping other people really, makes me who I am. And this show is a extremely vital, major part of that for the last 2 years. And Curtis was great, but Rob's been nothing but an amazing addition as well. And he has his own similar story of struggle and then success, which is why we're both here together. We crawled out of hell, different places, different times in life. And anybody that's ever listened, we're always here to reach out to us.
Absolutely.
Text, call, whatever. Like, I'll come meet you. You know what I mean? So if you're struggling with anything in life, that's what we're here for. That's my story, and now he has his.
So, like, if you ever drive through Andrew Square or any of those lovely places throughout our beloved state and see those people nodding off, I was one of them. So, I was a horrible opioid addict. And I have since, obviously, I'm coming up on 8 years?
Crushed it.
Yeah. And, if I can crawl from the bottom of that and be where I'm at today and then reach out this way and express that and share that smile and then help those who want that help all through this, I'll do it every day for the rest of my life for free.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I can spread the smile, reduce the hate.
Kill the stupid. What is it? Reduce the stupid?
Reduce the stupid, reduce the hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spread the smile.
So you guys can really empathize with my having to get quarters to play the claw machine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And especially
more than you realize.
getting kids like getting kids. I have 3 different things I'm doing right now, but like the one thing we're doing, I have 3 different people I'm working with right now for stuff for kids, for toys and coats and stuff like that. So that's why when you said it, I'm like, yep, like that's my realm. That stuff makes me me. It makes me happy. I don't need anything from it. I'm not the person doing selfies. You know what I mean? Like, I just said that to the guy that told us the story about selfies.
You did.
Well, I'm not doing selfies giving toys away.
Sometimes I just spit things out before I think. That wasn't. I just talking out loud.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Mr. William Olson had a question, and I know you did say it, but just to recover real quick, where they can reach out to help with the toys.
Yeah, so go to the Weymouth is Everything Facebook page and just look for me and inbox me, Michael Birks. You just go click on who the admins are and you'll see my name, and then just inbox me. I'll see you right away.
There you go, Olson.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Would definitely like to talk after this and get something in motion. You know what I mean? That's awesome. And we also have a footprint in Braintree. We have a lot of family and friends in Braintree as well. You also run that page, correct?
Yeah, so that page we didn't know what would happen with that. We just kind of started that one. And a good friend of mine, Jeff Sullivan, started the Quincy is Everything page. That thing's a monster now. It's like twice the size of the Weymouth one. But the Braintree one is, just a bunch of admins from Braintree. I'm not from Braintree, but it's like 5,000 members now, and it gets active like that. What happened today with the active shooters or whatever they thought it was, just before we got on the show, somebody posted how they thought the state police was excessive in closing the Braintree High School because of what was going on. And, of course, his view on that turned into, you're a moron, you're stupid. And I was just watching the feed.
Oh,
People-
yeah. That must have blew up.
Oh, and it's probably still going. I was just like, this thing's going to get out
I
of
think there
control.
was 792 comments when you showed me.
Yeah,
before
it
we
was crazy.
started.
It just kept going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
So
no one agreed with the guy.
No, I mean, I got a phone call too. So my daughter's in Braintree schools, and same thing. And you know what? I thought about that too. Rob, you know where they ditched the car?
Where?
Right by the 7-Eleven in Weymouth, landed by the train tracks. I'm like, they know where they're going. It's a 5-way split. You can run down the tracks, you can run down the river, you can run down here, you can just choom.
That area's a little changed up now, though, isn't it?
They blocked one street that we used to go
Yeah.
underneath, but you can still go. You could drive.
Well, on
down.
foot, there's different, though.
Yeah.
On foot, you ain't catching me.
So I'm like, they did this in Plymouth. I'm like, they went on a car chase. They dumped the car there because they at least knew the area.
So they drove up out of Plymouth?
They were on a car chase, yeah. From what I was told, they were on a car chase from Plymouth to the Weymouth Landing, Braintree area, and that's where they dumped the ar and ran. So
Yeah, there it is right there.
Yeah, it's the second side. Go ahead, read it if you want.
Anyone else think to stay? I'm going to try to do it in Paul's voice.
Okay.
Because they're usually like grumpy people that like don't get away from their computers. He probably just had a terrible mail.
Trolls.
Trolls, there you go. Anyone else think the state police were a little excessive in locking down Braintree High School when the 3 suspects from Plymouth were seen on foot in the Braintree-Weymouth Landon area? Deep breath. He didn't do a comma or anything there. In fact, that is where the 3 suspects were caught. Weymouth Landon. Weymouth's fault, of course. Think Braintree High School is at least 5 miles away. Unnecessary panic. State police trying to counter the corruption issues that have been in all the papers and TV, question mark? That was it. Now let's get all these comments. Let me read some comments. It's funny.
Go ahead. I love the comments of the gold.
I always like to start them off because I usually have to approve them. Oh, God, I can't even get to the beginning. My first was, wait, Braintree High School.
Loading more. Yeah.
Braintree High School is only a 10-minute raise the scooter ride away. They dumped the car in Weymouth. Hold on, there's a bunch of people call him an idiot. The first couple were like, "You're stupid, Paul." That's frozen. Whatever.
You got to remember
He'd be the same guy that shit on them if somebody got shot at that school.
they already got one of the other people you think the kid didn't rat.
I don't know.
Why do you think
I don't
they-
know.
why do you
I
think
don't
they
know the
dumped
kid
it?
to judge his integrity.
I'm just saying from what I remember, they had one of the other people, and they were looking for a second person. You think they didn't lean on the kid? I mean, and he dumps the car in Braintree. Well, there's a reason why they closed Braintree schools, because maybe he's running down the tracks of inadequate. That was my best guess. Just saying.
First. Safety first.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather them keep my kid in there while they have choppers and state police when my daughter lives right next to Allen Street, which is one street over from where they dumped the car.
What were they being chased from?
There was a shooting, I believe.
Do we know?
Yeah, I believe there was a shooting.
A shooting in
Plymouth.
Plymouth?
Yeah.
And then they drove up here.
And there was from what I remember, my wife was referencing to me this earlier today. They got one of the kids, and I remember that week, like last week, they were looking for the second person. And here we are, like a week and a half later.
Oh, okay. So this happened the other day.
So someone had a rat. I mean, they were onto the kid for a reason, right? That's my best guess. I could be
Classic
totally
Plymouth.
wrong.
Classic Plymouth.
Weymouth getting blamed.
Only in Plymouth.
Only in
Yeah,
Plymouth.
Braintree and Plymouth getting Weymouth blamed for stuff. What else you have? Have you had anything else? Any other things going on in town? I have my fingers in the town of Weymouth as well, with the VFW and stuff like that, and the Masons. A lot of good people in there that do a lot of good things. I know when the holidays ramp up, that's usually when we'll start to get a little bit more involved with like what's going on in the community and try to do everything that you can do to like assist anybody.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are upset they're not doing the Christmas in the square this year. Big election just ended.
Mm-hmm. Saw that he got reelected.
Yeah, a lot of people get reelected. The things are going great in the town. I think we get a caller?
I want to ask about the Weymouth 400. Don't let me forget.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Hawco and Carnell show. Who we got?
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for calling.
What's up, boys?
Who do we have?
This is
JW.
There you
Oh,
go.
Dub.
How
How
you
you doing, brother? How's
Doing
the
all right. How are you guys?
How's the drive?
I'm just waiting for you to come up here and cut this beard, pay up on that bet, bro.
Oh, I've already made I sold the beard. Sorry.
We won a bet.
Yeah.
He said the Patriots were
Yeah.
going to lose the other year, and they won the Super Bowl, so he has to shave his beard.
But the bet had nothing to do with my
What?
beard.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
The
Where
bet
you
was
going?
bought.
Hold on. He also has to do, we're hitting it, tranny strip joint, right? He has to get a lap
I don't
dance.
know what y'all doing.
Yeah, he's got to get a lap dance.
This was like 8 months ago. What's he waiting for?
It was, yeah.
He lives in Virginia Beach.
Oh.
See, this was something
Sean should stop.
they covered when they spoke about it.
Stop, Dub. Just stop.
Sean should really stop drinking. I think it's really fucking with his mind now. It's
On the-
starting to
So we went
eat
down for
away.
He's on the way
Thanksgiving.
here.
Is he
Not
really?
here, but
Oh, he's on the way here now?
I think.
So we went down for Thanksgiving to J-Dub's house, and by the way, his wife is like an amazing cook. She had like a
Yeah, I'm horrified to
13
cook.
plate meal,
J-Dub.
and these dudes are getting ripped.
On his way to Mass.
Currently,
Where are you, Dub?
I just passed Dover. Dora had to go in and put $100 on black.
Typical,
So we had to make
I
a quick
didn't
stop.
pick up on that. I didn't realize that.
typical dealer, typical gambler.
Oh, no, it was the wife, not me. I stayed in the car.
I heard you, brother. But no, JW graced us with presence in his house in Virginia. We had an awesome meal. And these dudes are getting lit.
She needed,
I finished his cucumber bottle of vodka, so he's still mad.
Nice.
Yeah, it is what it is.
yo, it was a half gallon.
We were there for 3 days.
Don't act like it was a 750 milliliter, like, little pocket pint or something.
you have
it
to
was
remember-
a half gallon.
You have to remember, you two literally took, I think you counted, 22 neck collector hits, and you couldn't even open your eyes. So I think we were par for the course on whatever we were doing.
I can't
Robin,
give
you
you
went to
that.
bed early. You were like, I'm good. Anyways, Dub, you gonna be here soon? Can't wait to see your face, man.
Well, I was just calling in reference about the school being shut down.
Oh, good.
We had a shooting inside the city office near my house. My daughter's school is about 7 miles away, and it got shut down. Now, this school shooting, this active shooter was inside a police tightened area because you have city hall, you got the jail, you got all that stuff down there. And still yet 7 miles away, they shut down the high school. So, I mean, it's safety for our kids should not be extended by a mileage.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
valid.
mean, I hate to say it, but if anything would happen to me, oh well, if something happens to my kid, that's a big deal. He hasn't had a chance to live. I have.
That's a good way of looking at it too.
Well, one of the people on the post said they should have shut down like every surrounding town school, not just Braintree.
Not just Braintree. Yeah, I agree with that.
The state police are bored. They're not like, hey, let's go shut schools down.
I'm bored today.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, I'm tired.
Do it for
Now, was that school about to get let out? Because that's a big thing too.
Yeah, it was at the end of the day.
Actually-
Yeah, it was at the end of the
Yeah.
day. It was close to the end of the day,
So
so
that-
they didn't want anybody just getting out.
And bus routes too, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, if you got a bunch of people mixing out, that dude could easily try to mix in with.
Yeah,
Regular, normal,
hundreds
not-
of teenagers mixing
Yeah.
into the.
It's sad that you gotta worry about that shit in the world we live in now today.
We had to worry about it at my high school all the time, but I didn't live in the most upright area. So to hear about active shootings now is just normal for me. It's just like the whole rest of the world caught up to my high school. So, to me, I think that a lot of people are a little bit overzealous about it. Like, if you talk to people on the West Coast or in Hawaii, like, that's just we've been dealing with that for 2 decades. You guys are dealing with it for a half a decade.
What is that?
Over here on the
What
East
is that
Coast.
horrible documentary? Not horrible. I mean, some people liked it. I don't want to say that. Michael Moore did, where like he would go into a bank and be like, "Well, if you open up a checking account, you can get a shotgun."
Is that the Bowling Columbine one?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was a while back. Yeah, he actually, that's the stuff he did. He was like, if you open a checking account in certain states, they would offer you a free like 22 or shotgun, and he would go in, open a checking account, and be like, "Thank you.
I feel like
this
I've
is what
seen
you
an
can do."
ad or something today, or on the show page, the fan page, something, buy a diamond ring and get the fucking free hunting rifle.
Well, I mean,
It depends on where you live. Things change to where you live.
that'll be the only thing I would say you should get a rifle for.
Well, our phones are hearing all this, so we're going to get ads for
And
Bass
on
Pro
the way
Shops
home, I'm
and-
gonna absolutely.
Yeah.
They definitely listen.
Doesn't that freak you out? Like the voice recognition now? I'm like, really? I just talked about that 7 minutes ago.
It's scary. You dream about it and it pops up in your.
Are you driving or is Dora?
But I'm just saying, if you're buying a diamond ring, wouldn't you want a shotgun? I mean,
Good point.
I'm buying a diamond ring for someone, and if someone goes and messes with that someone I bought the diamond ring for, I got the backup of the shotgun.
That's true.
But once again, I was raised in a different time and
Yeah, I
era.
was just gonna say.
But I also know about gun safety. I know about how to load, clean, take apart, dismantle, and put back together every single gun I own. So, and I hate to say it, so will my son. We live below the Mason-Dixon line. It's just a natural thing for us. It's a common thing for us. Every single one of my neighbors, except for one, probably hunt.
Just as long as none of them point them at that bald eagle in your backyard, because,
Oh, dude, I will murder a person if they did that.
yeah, he's got these
So
beautiful
those
bald
are my
eagles.
pride and joys. I have 2 bald eagles that perch in my backyard, and if anything happens to those, I will find whoever and whatever did that.
When are you gonna be here? You
And
gonna
make
be
sure
here?
that we had a conversation.
You gonna be here soon, brother? Tomorrow, probably.
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. All right. Cool. I look forward to seeing your face.
How many chickens does it take to kill an
No,
elephant?
I'm about an hour away from New York right now,
Okay.
according to my GPS.
We'll see you when you get here, brother. Can't wait to see you.
Yep, I'll be there soon enough.
Get that tranny outfit ready, bro.
All right, brother.
All right, later.
Later.
Would you say how many chickens?
How
what?
many chickens does it take to kill an elephant? I don't know. Somebody asked. I wanted to see if somebody else had some input
No
there.
clue. None.
I've never heard such.
Well, it's not a real answer. It's some sort of either joke or.
I hope so.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
How's the Weymouth? How's the
many-
Weymouth 400 going?
They seem to have their act together.
Yeah.
I think if there's any issues with it, it's that people felt it started too early, but they're doing a great
Was it like
job.
3 years out.
Yeah, but you have to create the momentum and get people excited about it, and you have to try to get every genre or every age group within the town involved too, which is a difficult part because
Yeah, it is.
the people that really care about it are the people that are much older. Getting younger people involved is going to be very difficult, but I think George and all of them are doing a great job of creating brand awareness. I participated in the golf tournament they just had. That was great. So it'll be a long road. Raising money is something they could really use help with, but the fundraisers, if you see fundraisers for Weymouth 400, it's worth going to, network, get to know people, because in a couple of years there's going to be just
A lot of people.
a lot of people, and it's going to be a great thing for the town.
Yeah. Yep.
Weymouth 400.
Yeah.
The Weymouth.
Explain it.
So like he can probably explain a little bit more, but I mean like you have I think the first time I heard about it was like the Plymouth 300 or something, or 400
Yeah.
or whatever the heck it was. So towns are doing that. Hey, this is our history. We want to show you our history, X, Y, and Z. And as you know, Weymouth is a very old town. They have
It is.
rich history. So that's
West Augusta.
Yeah.
1622.
it's down there doing.
So, but now here's another problem: is now people are complaining that Weymouth wasn't actually established till
35.
35,
Yeah.
and so now it's why are we doing this early? It's like, settle down. Let's.
Yeah.
Didn't it used to be called Weymouth Port?
No, it was West Augusta.
West Augusta at first.
I think at one point it was Weymouth Port too, right?
No.
I,
No, but there's a Sphinx in Weymouth. Did you know that?
I could Google it. No, where?
House Rock.
Yeah.
There's a Sphinx at House Rock.
So House Rock, at the end of House Rock Road, if you look into the old history books of like colonial written, they describe it as a Sphinx in Weymouth.
The Big Rock.
Yeah.
I spent many nights.
Oh
there.
man, I've free climbed that with nothing to put a rope on top for everybody so many times.
Yeah, but you're excited about that. You go back there now, the rock's like this high. When you were a kid, you thought
It's
it was big.
huge. Then you go there now and you're like, oh,
Free climb.
Yeah,
that
because
was
you
gross.
grew.
cool.
Elevation switched.
How big was the rope? Like 3 feet.
It was a garden hose.
That's too funny.
It was a garden hose. Joey de Blasio got stuck up there. We had to call the fire department.
Did you really?
Yeah, he wouldn't climb down.
I remember the time he popped his knee and we popped
Would
it
not
back in.
climb down.
Nope, that's cool. Greg Hill Foundation?
Oh yeah, that's a great one. So this is probably where one of the reasons why I like to try to be a facilitator or a middleman is, Greg. If you don't know who Greg Hill is, he was morning host at WAF. He's now morning host of the Greg Hill Show on WEI. But about 10 years ago, 9 or so years ago, he started the Greg Hill Foundation. Got a few of us involved to be board members, and what we were doing was just going around trying to do events to raise money. And then whenever there would be a tragedy, usually stuff that you would hear on the news, like a state police officer passed away, or just house burnt down or whatever, Greg would go on air and let people know about it, and they would all donate money, and then we would take out the extra money that we had raised and match it.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
And what makes it special is there's a lot of funds out there and charities, but there's absolutely no red tape, and all the money goes directly right away to the family that needs it. And I mean, the marathon bombing happened, and it was there was some great, the one fund, there was a bunch of them out there, but we were literally, and the team in the Greg Hill Foundation would drop in checks off to the hospitals of the victims. And it was changing their lives, because these are folks that couldn't work anymore, right? So then health insurance. I mean, the firefighter that just passed away. In one day,
In Worcester?
One day we raised over $230,000. I say we raised. The foundation is an establishment.
That's
that raised
insane.
it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the second. I get emotional that stuff. I remember Mike. Goddamn, Mike.
Chestnut.
No. I actually, the party the day after, one of his coworkers lives 2 houses down from me. So like, Hanover, like there was like 200 cops in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like the day after, like, they actually had the details actually driving family members home, because everyone was just like, you know what I mean? Like, damn. I mean, I went to school with Eric. So Eric's also in the elevators unit. I was in the elevators unit for 14 years with Eric. So like, I went to school with Eric. We were friends in high school, and then it happens, and then like one of his partners lives 2 doors down from me. I was like, God damn. Like, that stuff bugs me. And then Mike the fireman, when the 2 firemen died in Boston due to that. I mean, I used to go to CrossFit Crack with him. He was just a great guy. He was a big brother also. Like, he fostered kids and stuff like that.
Kennedy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just a good dude. You know what I mean? And it was just weird seeing him one day and then not the next. And you're like, especially Mike. That was so just just random. He killed the other woman too. It's like, what did you get out of that? What did you get out of that? I don't know.
Yeah, and we have some of the victims and families of victims that are on the board or involved in the board, and
Our friend was the 911 operator that took the call.
it's terrible.
Yeah, she doesn't work there anymore.
But they'll tell you that if you want to get involved in the Greg Hill Foundation, you ever see anything about it, absolutely go to an event or become a part of it, because they'll say that the last thing we needed or to think about was money, but the fact that was taken off our plate. Right, we didn't have to worry about paychecks for a while because of all the money the Greg Hill Foundation raised for us. It's touching, and it really does help people.
Nice. That's awesome. How'd you get linked up with him?
A mutual friend introduced me to him years ago, and we just started golfing together, hanging out, grabbing dinner and stuff. I think Greg's a great guy. I didn't listen to his show, nor did I really know that much of who he was. Of course, I knew who Hillman was.
Yep.
Right.
But I think that because I didn't really know who he was or like act like, oh, it's Greg Hill, I think that makes
things
me wanna
easier.
easier, yeah. But yeah, and then he asked me if I'd be a board member, and at the time it was like, absolutely.
Of
It
course.
was like perfect, because you can only be involved in so many charities, and this one's a very central one that touches so many different avenues. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I thought he was going to retire. I thought he was going to. I thought that's the way it was going. I was like, man, he's coming off the air. Who are they going to put on?
Who knows how those contracts work?
Yeah,
right?
there's
And
probably a whole
negotiations.
lot of stuff in the back door that you're like,
You have no clue.
none. There's 18 different people's thought processes in the pot and whatever. But I've always liked watching his show, listening to his show.
He's got the new one to number 2 now.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was number 5 when he started. It's a long road to get to number 1. I think 98.5 is number 1 right now. but I mean,
They
it's
change.
working.
All the radio stations change so much. Every 10 years they change.
I forget what the metric system they quote every year, like what award it's called, like how the numbers go. But I pay attention to that. They tell you it's
I
coming
just
up.
meant like what they do. Like I remember WZOU. Do you remember WZOU? The
Was
Zoo?
that
The Zoo?
98.5?
I think it was 94.5.
94.5.
Before it was jamming.
I mean, 98.5 before that was the same two guys on air that were. It was 10. It was
Carlson and McKenzie?
No, Toucher and Rich. They used to do the rock show. It was like a rock comedy show. It wasn't sports. Yeah, they started out with like not sports.
Yeah, they were on FNX or something.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
FNX, right? Yeah, Brian, FNX. I think that's what it was. Yep. So when they had to go through that change, I was like, how are they going to do this? Seamless transition.
Well, that's so when there's this transition like that and there's no problem, it makes you, like, were they actually having fun doing what they were doing to begin with?
They used to have cruises where, what was one of their guests that used to, Chili Guy? Hey!
Oh, the homeless guy.
Yeah, dude.
That poor fucking guy.
And Machine, well, no, he's been on Machine, the Machine. Remember the guy that parties at the,
I don't remember.
I think it's like a male strip club every night.
I'm like, what the hell is that?
So unprofessional.
What is going on?
That happened to me in a meeting one time. I was like, whoops, my bad. What do you have coming up that you want to promote other than the toy drive? And
No,
Coke?
the toy drive is the most important thing because again, we have more things to give away than families. Last year, we ended up with a ton of surplus, which is never good. And again, I think a lot of it is one because we're not reaching enough people to let them know what we're doing, and then you get the other part is people aren't coming forward because they're either embarrassed or maybe they don't even feel like they meet the criteria. If you
Right.
need any type of help right now,
Hit us up.
any circumstances, let us know.
Hit up his page. Hit up our page. We'll definitely collaborate in whatever you can do. I mean, like I said, I have a couple other organizations I work with too, so I got some stuff coming. I just want to get it to where it's going. Like you said, if there's a surplus, that's a problem. Like you know there's someone somewhere that needs something. You don't want to be sitting on that right at Christmas or Thanksgiving.
It's just hard getting people to get over that. It's not an easy, hey, I need help.
I know. I read it.
No matter what your help is that you're needing, it is not an easy thing to ask for.
I mean, I think all of us at one point have had that. Like, I'm good. I didn't have an issue. I can fix this. And you
I'll
go.
make fucking cards for everybody.
Yeah.
But this year, I mean, Sandy, Vinny, Kim, Erica. I mean, we got so many people that have jumped aboard.
I've seen, I feel
Carrie
like Vinny's
and-
done it for quite a few years now. I don't know if he's always been involved.
No,
with you. He did it on his own, didn't
Yeah,
he?
Vinny's always trying to help. And,
Oh, yeah.
and so, I saw a post where he reached out and said, I want to try to help. I go get involved in the toy drive. But it seems like every couple months he's trying, and anytime there's a fundraiser or anything in town,
Yeah.
he's looking for stuff. He's bringing stuff, donating stuff. He's a great dude.
Yeah, we just did a couple of things. Just did a Veterans Night at the Masons Lodge, stuff like that. They always have stuff going on. I mean, Weymouth, when I was younger and I wasn't paying attention to the town because I was just a young kid, doing my own thing. Now that I'm older, I see there's actually a lot of people in that town that are doing a lot of good, or at least trying to. I shocked. I caught myself the other day. I drove by Legion Field. I hadn't paid attention to
What was going on there?
no dirt pile. I was like, there's no dirt pile.
It looks nice.
I was talking to somebody like, it's been gone for like 3 years, dude. I'm like, what?
I'll tell you, that's why everybody got reelected, or most of them get reelected.
It was there forever.
The town is. You can't even. You put a house on the market in Weymouth and it sells in like a day. People want to live there. People want to be a part of that town. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a lot of good community outreach and stuff like that in the town that I've found. Especially like I learned about some of that through the Weymouth 400 and the Mason, stuff like that. I'm like, the people that do stuff in the town, they're really good. They go out of the way to knock it out of the park.
It's not easy to. The mayor has a big background in politics, which is a huge advantage when you're constantly trying to lobby and get money for parks and all of this stuff. So it's no coincidence that Bob Hedlund becomes mayor, and then all of this stuff starts to trickle down.
Mm-hmm.
So the town looks beautiful. Everybody,
Yeah.
He was very receptive. George and I helped, put the suicide memorial in, and came up here from New York from an artist that was in town for a couple of days, and he was like, yep, like, what do you need? I was like, cool. And George knocked that out of the park because I was dealing with the artist. He was dealing with him too, but he was dealing with the town. We were doing a lot of this, so he busted his rear end for that as well. So thank you, brother. Love you. You got anything, bro?
6-1 bees.
What?
Did I stutter?
Good.
sorry. I just thought I'd throw
That
an
team's a
update in.
machine this year.
I mean, Pasternak had 20 goals the other night, like 3 games ago. Like, and it's not even, it's, right?
He's got a Hattie tonight.
What? Brian's not watching our show. He's watching the game, dude.
I wouldn't be mad at him over
No,
there.
I'm not at all. Because I'd be doing the same thing. I'm doing both. Shut up, Sean. No, we want to thank you for coming on the show. Much appreciated. And we'd like to have you on again. You know, and anything that you have moving forward, definitely link us in, and we would love to push all the positivity that you have going on, or the Hill Foundation, or anything in the town of Weymouth or Braintree, Quincy. We love having people on that are
I love it.
trying to do good stuff.
Support local.
Yeah, and thank Philip for setting this up. I wish he was here.
Mm-hmm.
He's here.
He's here.
He's here.
Mr.
He's
Dumas
here.
is here.
Hey,
Thank
pal.
you, my man.
He's in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he misses BCN.
Yeah. Right.
See, yeah, no, he's been in. He's been in since the start.
All they did was change the letters. To me, it's just like, it's just the number.
Well, that's just it. They didn't. They changed all kinds of shit. Like, I can't turn on 103.3 anymore and listen to the shit that I, like, you know, my grandfather listened to when I was, you know what I mean? Like, I can't listen to oldies anymore. I can't put on 102.5 and jam out to classical music and read a book.
I bet you the Irish station is still on there on Sunday morning at 12 o'clock.
Well, that was good.
It's all right.
It is.
I can't do accents at all, or else I'll say.
It's all right.
I like playing characters. I have masks in my truck. And when it's not
That's
Halloween.
right. Fico Famalama Ding Dong is
What's up,
in the
Figo?
room.
How you doing, homie? Thank you very much for coming on, sir. You got anything, brother?
Again, Weymouth is everything. Look in admins, click on Michael Brooks, and go ahead and PM him if you have any want or desire to help with toys and or coats. Or
No coats.
Just toys.
No coats. My younger brother does a coat drive every day.
That is correct.
Yeah, he does a great job with it.
That is correct.
Well, I definitely want to talk
Well,
to him.
I don't know if we want to send you directly
Yeah,
to
reach
his
out to
younger
Dennis.
brother. So yeah, we should just send people to that with coats.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just raised $2,200 for the Weymouth Food Pantry.
I love Dennis. Dennis is amazing.
Yeah.
We went to school.
So-
I played football against him.
So, now do you see the picture that gets posted all the time, and it makes the rounds every winter, that your brother originally did with the picture and the beer cans in the driveway?
Oh yeah, that's it. The one viral, mad
It's
viral. Yeah.
So my buddy, the one that just called in on his way up here from Virginia Beach, posted it to our fan page, and I was like, oh my fucking God. So I tagged Dennis, and he's like, so then I'm smoking with him via Marco Polo, and he's like, so is that something your buddy Dennis would do? I'm like, that's his fucking driveway. Like,
Well, the best is my youngest brother. That's his car with his license plate flashing right in front
Oh,
of
is
him. Yeah.
No, we were always cool with Dennis. I used to line up. I was a linebacker. I used to line up against him in football. I'd be like, man, this kid's just a big kid.
he's
Oh, he was a wrestling too.
He was just a big teddy bear. He still is. I mean, to me, he always was.
Dennis is awesome.
Dennis is good people. You want to do our exit, my friend?
We shall. I want to thank Mr. Michael Brooks for coming. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the good you do, because you do good.
Thanks.
You do more good than you realize, whether you want credit or want money. Know that it's there, and we appreciate that big time.
For sure.
Whether it's on the South Shore or just in the state, entirely we appreciate him. And if you don't, you should.
Yeah, that's on you.
So we want to thank you all for watching. We absolutely love every one of you. Even if you hate us, we still love you. And we absolutely will see you next Tuesday.
And we know nothing yet. And Lord, we know nothing. See, everyone wanna be there for you until they're not there for you. Until they approach that line and their mind pollute. Conclusions of grandeur and fear assumes. No wonder we're broken and bruised, feeling consumed. Despair and time is fucked up and used. Lord, will we ever know. Oh no, I think it might be time for you to go away. Oh no, I think it might be time for you to go away. I think it might be time for you to go. Was everyone like this? I stand up abroad just to spot this. They don't invite this. Ain't everything messed up? We're doing our best, but it's time to dismiss this. No wonder we're broken and bruised, feeling consumed.